So how precisely does President Trump's executive order against NPR and PBS violate the First Amendment? What's the case that you're making against the Trump White House?
Well, it's interesting because the executive order is very specific in that it accuses NPR and PBS of not airing fair or unbiased news. And so it is a textbook example of viewpoint discrimination from a First Amendment standpoint. Essentially, by blocking funding to NPR and PBS, it is a form of retaliation against our organizations for airing editorial programming that the president might disagree with. We're a nonpartisan news organization. We seek to be able to provide a range of different viewpoints in terms of who we bring on air, the stories that we tell. We're buttressed in this effort by the fact that we have 200 local newsrooms across the country. So a significant portion of the reporting that you hear on NPR is not coming out of D.C., it's coming out of smaller stations in rural area. 20% of Americans today do not have access to a local newspaper or a source of news other than public media. We take federal dollars very seriously, and we seek to maximize them by raising additional funds from private philanthropies, from individual viewers and listeners. That's tremendously important to that promise that we have. But it is also the case that without federal funding, we would not have the universal access that public media affords today. We are free in every household in the nation, or 99.7%, which rounds up to 100%. That is something that nobody else offers, and we view that as a critical part of a functioning democracy for people to have access to news, information, educational, and cultural programming. That's why.